everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vimbo. I am an educator, a speaker, a trainer. Also, I love gathering people well. And today's video is all about, as you can tell from the title, Galentines. So let's jump right in. Hello again and welcome to my channel. Like I said, my name is Vimbo, and in the last few years I've really gotten into planning more personal events. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, I have worked in schools as an educator. I was an elementary school principal for 5 years, and so part of my job was helping run and facilitate events that would connect home and school and our parents with our students, and well, our parents with what was happening actually in the school with the students. So whether it was like a Thanksgiving luncheon or just different interactions like that, we created events around school stuff. Now that I work as a speaker and I do professional development for schools and things like that, in my own personal life, I really have enjoyed in the last few years hosting different events. You can click in my videos to see a video I made about Friendsgiving, which was really super fun to host this past fall. But one other holiday I really enjoy is Galentines. And so what is Galentines? So I'm not sure of the full history. I know it's totally Googleable, but I believe it's Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec, who coined the term that was already kind of in the zeitgeist. People were already kind of using it, I guess, at that time. But Galentines is simply nothing more than a celebration of friendship, typically celebrating female friendships. But I think the definition has expanded as time has gone on. And so I love it. I love it. I wanted to share with you, if you're watching this video and you're like, man, I see that people host all sorts of cool Galentine stuff. What can I do? And I want to make it more accessible for those of you who are sitting there and saying, I'm not necessarily a party planner, but I do want to celebrate female friendship. So let's jump right in. I'm going to give you 3 ideas for how you can have a Galentine celebration this year with whatever level of prep that you are willing to give into it. So the first level of prep is basically minimal prep, Galentines, and that would be hosting a brunch or a lunch or even a dinner at a restaurant with your friends. The reason I say this is minimal prep is on your end, all you have to do is text your friend groups, your closest gal pals, and say, hey guys, I want to have Galentines at a restaurant, and you choose the restaurant, or maybe if you have a text group, you all decide together where you want to go and have Galentines. Then after that, you set the reservation. If you want to, you can do little gift bags. Like, you don't have to. You can make it fun and say, hey, let's all wear pink and red and plan to take pictures afterwards, and maybe choose it next to a park or somewhere cute where you guys can do like a little photo shoot. I have had a Galentines like that before. Shout out to my friend Shanti, who really made Galentines an event on my map a few years ago when I was living in Florida. And I remember one of the times we did this exact idea. We went to an art museum, we ate in their restaurant they had at the art museum, and then afterwards we had a super fun photo shoot like in the garden, which was just so fun. So there are ways to do it that, like I said, like if you have a local art museum or just a restaurant that's in a cool neighborhood, wherever you can find that also would then possibly lend itself to taking pictures afterwards. That's always fun. We girlies like that kind of thing. So the minimalist prep, I would say, number 1 is hosting a Galentines brunch. And that's simply like, it shouldn't cost you anything other than your meal. And yeah, I think that's one way where if you're like, I want to do Galentines, but I'm not sure exactly how to do it, that's level 1. Level 2 is you could host a Galentines party at your house. And the way this could work is similar to how I managed Friendsgiving or a lot of other times when we have big groups of people at our house. I typically just do it potluck style. I use a website I'm going to link below, Perfect Potluck. It makes it so easy for people to sign up for what to bring. So if you have very specific things, like if you want to do a Galentine's, I've seen this really cute idea that a lot of people are doing around the holidays where people are doing holiday parties where everyone brings their kind of charcuterie board, and you would have everything from like different types of chicken wings charcuterie boards to your traditional charcuterie board with cheese and nuts and meat and things like that. So that could also be fun. And the way this is a little bit more prep is you definitely still want to make sure you have a lot of food on hand. So even if people sign up to bring food, you can make sure you provide, the juice or one of the boards, charcuterie boards, or some appetizers. It doesn't have to be at a mealtime if you don't want to have that pressure. But then you also want to provide something fun to do. So it could be, I've seen really big right now, candle painting, which is like where you have like those taller candles and you get like, there's literally something called candle paint, I guess, and you can paint hearts or bows on it. There are so many, you can go down a rabbit hole on Pinterest of Galentine's ideas. That is super fun. So yeah, that would be definitely another one. That one, once again, would only cost you for the supplies for whatever craft you're doing, and maybe prepping your house and food and whatever you're providing for your guests, whether it's snacks or whatever. Finally, probably the most involved planning-wise Galentine's you could do is you can do an event at a location. So I did 2 women's events in the DC area last year. One I did for Galentine's, and we did a candle making workshop. I did it at a local boutique shop, and I'm going to insert a video at the end of this video to show you guys how that went. And that was super fun. It did cost money. I did charge for tickets. I shared it with my friends, but I also put it on Eventbrite. So about half of the people who came to the event, it was a smaller-ish event, about 12 people. Half of the people who came were not people I knew personally. They found it on Eventbrite, which was so fun. They were all great, fantastic people. So that was great. Also, last spring, I did a flower workshop, which was super fun. We all made flower crowns. I will insert videos of that as well. But that would be a perfect, even though I did it in May, perfect Galentine's activity. The upside is it's super fun, super memorable. You can meet new people if you open it up to the public and not just your girl group. A little bit of the downside is because it costs money, you do have to charge. And so, did I make that much of a profit either of those events? Not really. I did it more so for the fun of the event. But you have to find a venue space that's not super crazy, especially living in DC. Venues can be stupid crazy just to get a small space. So keep all of those things in mind, but I'm going to share with you guys a little bit of behind the scenes video of how all of this Galentine stuff and different women's events I've done have worked. So as you can see, I had this Galentine's last year in a really nice little shop, and it was so fun. They let me bring outside food and a little bit of decoration, so I set up a table with stuff. But it was really nice. It's nice doing it in a place that already does crafts and stuff, because even though this was a private event, after they technically closed the store, they still already had all of the supplies. So all I really brought was outside snacks. It did cost per person, and so I made it a ticketed event, but people had a lot of fun. And I think there's just something really fun about doing a Galentine's event where people make something. It could be a candle. There are a lot of perfume bars that are popping up, or lipstick bars, or just some kind of craft where people walk away with something tangible, kind of a memory of what they did. And so in my case, it was a candle, and I burned that candle the next month, and it was just so fun. So I would highly recommend this kind of Galentine's if you are up for planning an actual event. Another idea for a Galentine's event is to do a flower workshop. It could be making flower crowns like I did here with some of my friends, or it could be making flower bouquets or centerpieces. The level of complexity of what you want to do will determine whether or not you need to bring in an expert. But honestly, I just watched some YouTube videos and taught myself how to do this, practiced it at home, and then I felt comfortable enough to share it with other people. But here is definitely another Galentine's idea for you to do with your gal pals. Thank you so much for watching and staying along, and please comment below if you're planning to do Galentines with your gal pals, and if you are, whether you're doing the minimal effort, the more energy one, or the maximum energy in hosting an event. I would love to know what you guys are doing for Galentines. Until next week, I hope this video sprinkled a little bit of sunshine in your life, and regardless of whatever the case is in your life right now, I hope that you go on to sprinkle a little bit of sunshine in someone else's life. Bye for now.